October 11, 2024, Bungie released their latest dungeon called Vesper's Host. In addition to that, the dungeon will also feature contest mode in 48 hours. Normal mode will be available to everyone as soon as the contest mode was beaten. Those who persevere through the contest mode will get a special emblem so that you can boast your ego on your clan Discord server or whatever that will be. My first impression upon watching the trailer, I was not excited about it, mainly because it uses a lot of similar visuals to DSC, and if they ever use a similar mechanics to DSC, I would be pissed, because Destiny always have this recurring theme where they would create something new and reusing all of that new stuff for new content for the next 2 to 4 seasons, or sometimes even expansion. While disappointingly it was true, the dungeon used similar mechanics to DSC, but slightly tuned so it feels different. Now let's talk about the cream of the crop of the dungeon, the contest mode. The contest mode feels well tuned. Despite using similar mechanics from DSC, it felt different from the raid counterpart. Also, this is the first time where the contest mode have different changes in encounters that does not carry over to the normal mode. The first encounters will have a 5-minute timer wipe, and the bosses will have enrage mechanics where you have to 3-phase them. In contest mode, there will be limited revive, even in jumping puzzles.
Counter. Ada itu, ada. Lihat di kanan bawah ada apa?
Or ini dungeon resa limited, my ass. Oh iya anjing.
The first encounter is where your ad clearing skills will be tested. Because of the time limit, your team coordination and individual skills will need to be at peak. The objective essentially boils down to clear out the room, use a scanner to see which panels to shoot, and dunk the new cores to the chest. There will be 3 separate rooms, so the 2 of you need to go in and secure one room while the other one clearing ads, and open the other room, so by the time the other 2 finish with room, the other room is open and ready. The second encounter where there is a janky feeling, so on contest mode they disable warcliffe coils due to an error, but really what happened is the boss server count as an elite, and so if you use a warcliffe coil, you can just breeze through it with ease. On this encounter, however, Suppressor have a twist on it. Rather than standing below beach balls to stun the boss, instead, you make a clone by pressing a grenade button and shoot the clone, which will create a blast radius. If the boss is within the radius, the boss will get stunned. The small servitors that clumped up will get separated. From there, you have to look 2 servitors that glows in blue and shoot the panels corresponding to the name of those 2 servitors. Damage phase on contest is most people struggling on, because on damage phase you don't do damage to the giant servers that been chasing you during the puzzles, but rather you suppress the boss with suppressor and damage the smaller servitors. It felt jank. Not only your damage felt cap on contest, there's also a couple of millisecond delay to the health bar on the bottom, so you have less feedback on what's going on. Even on the final phase we were confused as the boss health just stopped dropping.
Halo, game.
Halo game.
The fuck? Oh, goblok.
What? Hah?
Wah, nggak jelas ini. Terus masih jalan.
Kesudut gua.
Kayak hancurin semua. Banyak servitor yang sekarat.
Iya. Oh iya, bentar.
Baksat frame rate-ku langsung kemana-mana anjing, yang bener ini game. Goblok.
As it turned out, you have to destroy all the small servitors. As for the jumping puzzles, well, it's almost like a raid. There's a section where there's a yellow lightning that was struck down on the platform, and you have to maneuver your way into the facility. And my favorite part is the trip mine that got me so scared for the first time in this game.
Anjing.
When you arrive at the final boss area, you can see this impressive set piece. Bungie may not always be good at making good balancing patches, but what they always excel at is the visuals and the music. The third encounter on contest, where your patience will be tested, like I'm talking rapid fire shotgun fallout. And if you don't have arc resistance and sniper resistance, the boss will wipe the floor with you. The mechanics boils down to suppressing the boss clones and shoot the panels that corresponding with scanner's callout. Chase down the boss and do the same thing thing, except with scanner you actually have to use to know which clone to attack, similar to Atrax on DSC. Dunk the cores and get to the safe area until the boss shield is fully depleted, where you met the boss and do damage. The fight is almost like The Witness on Salvation Edge, where you have to pay attention to your surrounding as lightning will struck down to the floor and you have to move around while do damage. Most people, including me of course, try to find janky spot to do damage safely. Some people do it near the door where you take shelter from the blast, while my team do the damage on the stairs. Also, I'm probably the only person who do DPS with Anarchy and Lost Signal instead of other weapon. That's because as you do damage, you have to find a new core that drop from the boss clones to dunk in to the shelter so that you can save from the wipe mechanic. At the time, I thought I could just use Anarchy at the boss while dealing with the clones, but hey, at least damage wise it's not really that bad, mainly because I was using Thundercrash. Me and my team cleared it. It took us 12 hours and an additional 8 hours of break, and somehow we got the clear first before Aztecross. Playing the dungeon on normal mode is way stress free and it's actually fun. I haven't tried master mode yet, but if the challenge it offers is close or the same as contest mode, I'll be really happy to play it more than once. There are things that still buggy, mind you, like the core dupe glitch. Other than that, it's a solid dungeon experience. The legendary weapons are good, although the intrinsic perk are a bit similar to DSC counterpart. Icebreaker is alright, I guess. It can generate its own ammos, nothing special really. You can create some ignitions, but that's about it really. The armor set is actually cool. There's a secret puzzle for the animated class, which pretty good. So, is the final shape dungeon key worth the money? For a person who played the game to death, I would say yes. But I just really wish that we would get something new and not ripping off from raids or other activity, so people who play the game to death like me can still be surprised and have that old charm that we used to have. Hopefully the next dungeon things can be improved. Same with the episodes and annual events, as they feel always the same. Also, who the frick is Vesper and what are they hosting? Are we fighting Atrax? Is that even Atrax? Please Bungie, be more clear on your storytelling. Well, I guess it's time to watch Byte video again.